What is up, YouTube? So, really quickly, as you guys understand, I have not been trading for like 5 or 6 months, bro. So, I'll be completely honest with you guys. I am completely raw. I'm going in here straight up. Not too much of my, my past trading knowledge is going to be put into this. I'm really just trying to get up to date with how everything looks, how everything feels, and getting back into the whole swing of things. So this episode or this little snippet or whatever you want to call this is not gonna be the classic. Okay, I'm putting whatever here. I'm putting this here. It's gonna be more of a practice session for me to where I can see how everything feels and how everything looks to me on current day market. This is obviously Euro USD, a completely different thing than what I'm used to trading. I used to trade the S&P 500, SPX 500, Micron Technology, gold, just a little bit of crypto at one point, but never wanted to touch it too much. And then now we're getting onto this. The reason I'm trading this in specific, and I should probably be on full screen right now, but the reason I'm trading this in specific is just because I am expecting to do a prop firm challenge soon, and this is one of the type of stocks that will be on there. So since it's a currency, it will be on there, and like I said, I just got to get used to it, got to get familiar with the technology again, and get used to what stocks look like. So I'm just going to scroll to a random time here, bro. We're on the 15-minute time frame. I don't know what the hell all of this is on the side of my screen. All right, cool. Scroll to a random time frame on the 15, or not time frame, but a random day on the 15. What are we on? The 23rd. 23rd starts where? Here. I don't even have my line with me, bro. Like I said, I gotta get completely used to these lines and everything. Now, something I do want to do, but something I do want to do is I do want to purchase the premium version of this to where I can start back testing. If you know, most real traders don't use back testing on TradingView. What we like to do is we like to use our hand to cover up half the screen, a book or something, and just do that. Because I think TradingView is like, what, 100 something bucks? I forgot how much it is a month, but it's pretty costly. And yeah, right now I'm not making big bankroll, so it don't make sense. And to be fair, I will be trading on like Top Step as a funded account, so it's not like I'm gonna be using my back testing then. But it will be a good tool to use, and eventually, like I said, I might end up going ahead and just biting a bullet on it. So we're gonna look at this market real quick. Now, something I should be looking for when we first get into the market. Let's start like right here. Now, I can't really scale down to the 5 and 15. Actually, yes, I can. We can actually go ahead and box this in right here. See if I can make another line real quick. Alright, just so I know what time frames I'm trading when I scale down. But something I'm usually looking for when I open market is I go on the 1 hour, the 15, or the daily. Usually when I hop into the market, it's not the afternoon, so we're in the mornings. Do not mind any loud noises you hear in the background. It's dogs or children. Don't pay it any mind. That's if you guys can hear it. But like I said, usually what I'm looking for is I'll go on the 15 because it's not too late in the day. It's not too early in the morning. I usually hop on the market around like, what I want to say, 9 to 8:30. Market opens at 8:30 for me because I'm an hour ahead. So typically it would open for what, 7:30 on you guys' time. That's around London session. So right when I open up, usually I'll see something like this. Now let me see if I can get a quick pencil. That is not the right tool. Let me see if I can get a pencil. Usually what I'll see is something like these. This is usually the move I'll take. This right here looks like actually something I'd be taking. What time is this? Damn. Is this a 24/7 stock? Bro, I'm geeked. I might be able to trade some of the Jones. So, like I was saying, I usually come down to right here, look on the market, and since we'd be at what, like 8:30 or something like that, so we'd be looking around here. So yeah, you can see this was a pretty juicy moment right here. I trade about 8:30 to 11 a.m. So we've been looking at this stuff right here. What I would be looking for right after this is I'll be looking for highs and lows. 830, so we're popped up like right here. If I scale down to the 15, or we're on the 15, if I scale here, we see we got one right here. That's the wrong fucking mark. I'm tweaking. One right here. One right here. So that's our high and low for that, Jones. Immediately, I'm not going to fucking hold you. 830, I marked these two out. We see a move right here. There's nothing specifically that I'd be looking for on the 15 after that. Then we scale all the way down to the 5 minute. And let's see. Okay, that's perfect. So we're in the second little square right here. Now, this is actually perfect that we see this. I'm looking for marking on the bottom of this candle, top of this candle, pulling that Johns here. So 5 minute, we know that we're probably looking at what, 830. Where's 830? 830 right here. So I'm looking at white, black right here. We'll go ahead and color that fucking orange. Go Florida Gators type shit. White, black, black and white right here. Now, something that I do pay attention to, or I remember that I used to pay attention to a lot, is right in this section where you can see it's an orange and green marking that I put down. Usually, if it's a 5 minute, 15 minute overlap, I'm looking at that heavy, bro. Because typically, if point crosses that, I know we're sweet. Sweet as hell. And it's a higher bias, in my opinion. Now, my strategy is completely different than what you're used to. I don't talk about it a lot, but I use basically the fundamentals of smart money concepts with a little bit of shitty trader in it. You know what I mean? So I reword things. I don't have the terminology for fucking everything. I'll be completely honest. I'm not some TJR guru, ICT ass dude. All right. So I might call something completely out of the name. I might not even know the damn sessions I'm trading off the top of my head. I might not know the names of some shit. Once again, you just gotta bear with me, bro. I'm not here on some, I'm studying this market shit like word for word. I've never been one of them studious ass dudes. What I do know is how market moves, how market manipulates, and how to damn predict properly. And that's all you need, bro. Nobody gives a damn about your gigaflux and your manipulation into the rejection on the down candle with the 15-minute reversal on it. Nobody gives a fuck about that, all right? Everybody wants to know how you trade, how do you touch this paper, how do you make money, how do you look at this screen, how do you predict where shit's going, and that's what I'm about to show you guys right here. This is not a damn course or something like that. I'm strictly just showing you how I trade. Now, what you can do is you can learn how I trade and take it and run however you want, or find somebody else, take it, do it however you want. This isn't supposed to be a huge teachable class, daily session type shit. It's more of just, once again, me getting in the loop. Now, right now, I'm teaching myself how to trade again. Because I'll be honest, 5 months, 6 months, it's been a fucking minute. I haven't traded in a bit. But, like I said, 15-5 overlap like this, I'm looking for a huge bias. And usually if it's not a bias, I'm meaning if price, for some reason, let's get this candle. Let's say price comes like this, breaks past this and fully closes, I'm immediately full send that bitch. And when I say full send, I don't mean fully like porting into it. But I'm saying like when I see something like this, I'm taking a longer position or a higher R&R than I'm used to. If you don't know what R&R is, risk to reward. So instead of like the typical 2-to-1 risk to reward that I usually run, I don't know if I still have it on my Fibonacci right here. Yeah, I do. Instead of my typical, what is this, like 1-to-5, bro? That might be a 1-to-4. I don't know. I used to trade on some crazy shit. But let's say I'm running a 1-to-2 risk to reward. And also, I used to mark these out. You see how this green line crosses through? That would be my take profits. It's not typically me waiting for the entire thing, but I do take partials. So yeah, that's something I look into. We'll talk about that on a later date, I'm sure. But right here, like I said, I'm usually coming in, I'm saying, oh shit, we passed right here. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I'm setting right about like here. Stop loss, take. Let's say I enter here. So at the tip of this, I'm looking for this. Then I'm come back. Holy hell, this candle is huge. I'm putting the very top of my take profit. Damn, that's a 5-minute candle. What the fuck happened here? Damn, bro. That's a Johnny Sins. Okay, never mind. We're setting the highest take profit here. Let's say, usually I scale down to the 15 minute or scale up to the 15 minute. I never really take a trade off of the 5 minute alone. The concepts that I'm looking for typically is a 5 minute, 15 minute, 5 minute break of structure, 15 minute break of structure, fair value gap on the 15 minute, and then we're Gucci. Or a order block. Let me see if I can pull up my trading strategy off my phone just to make sure I'm telling you guys the right things. Because I might do something completely fucking different, bro. And this is how you knew, like, I was gonna stop trading. Because I genuinely wrote down my strategy in a notes app. So yeah, order block on the 15 and 5. Break plus fair value bounce for entry. So let's see if I can get a picture of what a fair value gap bounce looks like to you guys. I think I was talking about an order block. Oh no, it was definitely a fair value gap bounce. I've never seen this strategy before, bro. Okay, so for example, what I'm looking for here is we do something like this. So we're gonna go ahead and delete all this stuff that was on here. Delete that. And we're going to scroll in just a bit here. So what I'm looking for here typically would be one of two things. Let me make sure I'm telling you guys the right thing real quick. Okay, cool. So in this little moment right here, unless I see something like this is exactly what that fair value gap bounce is. This is our fair value gap right here, right? We're looking at our fair value gap. We go, let me get the pin. We go, come down. We put a new low on the table for both sides, 15 and 5. This is my bias. This right here is what I'm looking at, like, okay, we're full sending on this. This one I'm not so confident in, but this one I'm very confident in if we pass it. Full body close, by the way. So we go, this is the bounce. So we're going to treat this order block, or this fair value gap, as like a floor, right? Or a ceiling, depending on what direction you're going. So if I see something like this, it hits the top of this and then comes back down and breaks this, that is where I enter. And this trading strategy that I came up with recently, or not recently, but this year, came from, or not even this year, this was last year. But the reason I made this strategy specific is because I was doing my Top Step funded challenge, and I ended up, I think I was at the very last eval for my first payout, and I failed it because a lot of other things happened in my life. I over leveraged, I fucked up, but that's why we're gonna retake it. And it was also on Top Step. I literally got to the point of where it was like, make $500 I think for 5 days straight, and then you get a payout. And I was on like day 3 or something like that, I can't remember. And like I said, that's when all that shit was going on, where I had to start taking like therapy and all sorts of shit. So I was mentally fucked, and I blew up the account. It happened. Okay, now we're in a better state of mind. You had to take a break sometimes. But this is exactly what I was making that for, and that was because this was when I was trading gold. And for the first time, I noticed that when you're trading on a prop firm, price is moving like this. Like, it's highly volatile. I don't know if it's specifically gold that I was trading that's that volatile. But anytime you're on live markets, price is going to move faster than you're used to. But I think it was just because gold was a little quicker than what I was used to. It's a little bit wider spreads, meaning that tighter move, yada, yada, yada. I'm not about to yap about this shit. Anyways, I'm looking for this. We got a ceiling right here, or a fair value gap. We hit that ceiling, we bounce down. If we see a bounce here, it hits this, does not fully close above or below, but it closes right in the middle or below it, so it doesn't cross this blue line. We're treating this like a break of structure. If it doesn't break past this line, we're Gucci, right? It bounces on the floor, it bounces on the ceiling, and it breaks past this bottom line. I'm full entering the second I see a candle close right fucking here. If we see a candle close anywhere in this little section right here, or anywhere past this brick without crossing back over here, we're Gucci. Or forming new bottoms and highs, or highs and lows. So we're gonna go ahead and delete these real quick. Highs and lows. All right, so in this case, as you guys can see, we're chopping, we're chopping, we're chopping. We go on the 50 or the 5 minute. We hit bust it right here. We got a white and black right there. Black and white right here. Actually, my bad. Hold on, I'm tweaking. I'm getting ahead of myself. So white and black here. This is what the 30 minute right here. 30 minute here. So we go ahead and place this here. Keep that. That's 15. I'm tweaking. We don't see any breaks of structures. We start rising through. We take out this fair value gap right here. Now, typically when I'm looking at something like this, I don't see any break of structures or anything for the 5 minute. So I'm not really too antsy. This right here, this white to the upside, I'm not going to say that cuss word, but this white to the upside, this Johnny Sins right here. We got Johnny Sins and Mad Dingo. But anyways, this Johnny Sins right here did not fully close. Let's see if I can zoom in. Did not fully close above that. So I'm not really tweaking. You see what I'm saying? Like when I'm trading specifically, I call these things pump fakes. So if it closes right on the line, a lot of traders are going to say, oh my God, that's confirmation. And a lot of times you're going to get blown out of your position. We don't do that. We don't get liquidated off of stupid shit. So I'm patiently sitting here with my hands in my pants, jerking off slowly, while I'm edging and gooning. Now, a lot of people are also going to, this is a big fake out right here if you're on the 5 minute. A lot of people are going to see this price moving, right? So we see price comes up to like right here. Okay. So we see price come up to like right here. A lot of new traders are going to see this and they're going to say, okay, that's confirmation to enter on the trade. Or they're going to say, okay, Ev said to wait, let's not take the trade yet. They're going to see this, and then they're going to start seeing price move like this. They're going to say, oh my God, I missed out on the trade. No, you stupid fuck. Sit there with your hands in your pants, playing with your wee-wee, and wait. So, like I said, we're moving like these, we're moving like these. At this time, we can go ahead and move this to here. I'm going to do it just a little lower. We can move that to there, and we can move this to this. Low Kirk genuinely, this right here is a good setup. Now that we're right here, we get that close, break above structure. Low Kirk, that wouldn't be a bad entry. I wouldn't be mad at that, right? Me personally, if I'm on a funded account, I'm not taking that trade yet. I got to get more confirmation. Like I said, I need a 5 and 15 minute break before I even touch that Jones. So like I said, we're right here. We see we got a break on the 5 minute. I'm scaling to the 15. Let's see what we got. Scaling on the 15, we pull up here. DJ Khaled, we the best. Who's we, nigga? So perfect, right? This right here is perfect. 5 minute break. We see that it closes above this 15, or not this 15, but we see we close above this. At this moment, we don't see a 15 minute. This is where it gets really risky with my strategy. And sometimes I'm really leaning towards one of the two things. In my notes, I'm pretty sure I put, let me make sure. Once again, let me make sure. Okay. If there's not a reversal, it can cause an immediate stop out. We're looking for highs, lows, bouncing in between, thrifting up. Choppy, take piece, B4 above, yep. Now, there's sometimes I will take a little bit of a riskier trade. This would be one of those days that I would take that riskier trade just because if I'm up on the week, I'm taking this trade. If I'm not up on the week, I'm not taking this shit. I'll be honest, because not all my confirmations are there. If TP is passed, so it can re-enter in another series of 15 5-minute breaks. Stop loss, order blocks, opposite biased trade taking, wait for price to bounce. In and out of order block to make it da-da-da-da. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So I'm probably looking for a 1, done. Honestly, I wouldn't take this trade. Is this still within the same day? Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm here until 11. What, 11's right here? This is actually perfect. Holy shit. This lines up perfectly. This trade right here, I probably wouldn't take. I'd be fucking for real. Let's say this is a fresh week. This is a Monday. What day is this actually? It literally is a Monday. So let's say it's a Monday, fresh week. I'm not taking this trade. Even though it looks pretty good, we see here the 15 minute doesn't get touched at all until way later. By the time it gets touched, if I had entered off of this, John, I was cooked. Swiss cheese, right? Like I said, we see the 15, or not the 15, we see the 5 minute break. We see the fair value gap get closed out. That would be technically an okay trade for a more risky setup. But with me evaluating and doing fucking trading views, not trading, top steps evals and all this shit, I'm not taking risk. So we go here, 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 boom, 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 boom. You see we hit a TP. Where would I have taken my TPs at? It would have probably been at this high. And that dead ass is the only take profit I can see. Where is this one? Yeah, dead ass. I might put another TP right up here. So let's say, I'll go ahead and delete these right after, but I'll put a TP here. Let's move this up a bit. I mean, that's the same fucking height, so it doesn't even matter. So basically, I'd have put a TP on all them Johns, or only on one of those Johns. We would have smacked a TP. But once again, it's too risky. I wouldn't be wanting to take that trade just because. But yeah, we're gonna leave this fair value gap. As you can see, it got fully closed out, so actually we can take it off. Let's say now, I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze this a bit. We already saw take profit. We already saw yada yada yada, whoop-de whoop-de whoop. We're gonna move here. Now, by the time we get here, I'm probably feeling down on my dumps, and I'm like, damn, I just missed that trade, but it's whatever, bro. We're gonna see if we can find something else. We're going to get some markouts. Let's see if I can find what colors I used to use for what things again. I think white was an hour. What was the blue? Yellow was... Okay, yeah. Yellow was 5 minute. White was 15. So we're going to go ahead and add some lines here. I cannot see. Hold up, bro. I was trading... Or I was changing all my colors, bro. So anyways, this is our 15 minute right here. You can see it's white colored right here. Yeah, it's colored white. And then we come down here. Let's see if we can find a black and white. No black and white, so we'll take this one right here. 15 right here. So let's act like this is where we're at on the chart. So we got right here on this 5, or this 15. I'm scaling down to the 5 minute. Like I said, this is a completely different trade now. We're not taking that 1 5 minute. We're going to come here. Pause. We're going to come here. Look for a fair value gap. Anything that we can see. I'm not really seeing no like big fair value gaps, gang. Yeah, this fair value gap got closed out technically. Would I have left it there? Was I one of those dudes? It does look like I would have left it there. But what did purple stand for, bro? I can't remember what the fuck purple was. Did I not write the colors down in my notebook or some shit? Bro, we're trolling, bro. What the fuck? We are trolling, Gango. I did not write down the colors. So I don't even know what the hell is what. That's why you gotta take better notes. Oh, it looks like an order block. Wait. We're chopping. Maybe it was a 15-minute order block. Now, order blocks I know for a fact I was gonna stay a lot more hard with. Let's see if we can find an order block or something here. So we're looking for a do. We put this here. Looking for do. Nah. Do. This is one here. We come down here. This is another one. So I'd probably extend this here. Put this. What are we on? 5 minute? Yellow. Go into the 15 real quick. Scale back. Let's see if we can find one on the 15. So the 15 covers what? Nah, that doesn't work. Black, white, black. Nah, there's no 15 here. I mean, we got this one. And what would color this one? White. So we go back to the 5 minute here. Now, low-key, I would have just left today alone, it looks like. Because I'm not seeing anything stupid. And especially within our circle. There's not enough confirmation for me to take any type of trade. I do not like these little red shits at the bottom of my screen, bro. I forgot how to delete them, Jones. But, like I said, we're chopping up. I know this is a bad, long video, but we just got to bear with me, bro. We got white. Boom. 5 minute. Let's go ahead and mark these out real quick. Where did I say we were? Fuck it. We'll say here. We got white, black, yellow. Where is it? Damn, that Jones has 0 opacity, gang. So we got white, black, black, white. Where's that at? Highs and lows. Alright, so from what I'm looking at right this second, bro. Okay, this is perfect right here. This is our bounce. Alright, let me go ahead and illustrate this, guys. So right here, you can see we got our order block right here. Fair value gaps and order blocks, I believe I treated them similar, but fair value gaps were more of a retracement tool. Order blocks were more of like a solid, it has to bounce off of this bit. So let me see real quick if I can. Okay, if I'm currently within the trend. Okay, so this right here is exactly where, okay, this is where I would take a trade. And the reason I'm basing this off of that is because we can see from the previous trend, we're looking like these. Higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher low, higher high. Choppy. We get here, and it don't look right. But this could be a continuation on the Johns. So genuinely, what I'm looking for is a bounce. And it looks like we got our damn bounce. Right here. Let me go ahead and circle that for you, boy. We got our bounce. Matter of fact, let me use a brighter color, bro. Because I feel like you can't see black. Let's use red. Yeah, that's good. Okay, cool. This right here is exactly what the hell I'm talking about when I say you're looking for that fair value gap bounce or order block bounce. We go, this was where we took profit in the past. People are going to stay holding this position. They're going to be like, oh my God. Where did they take it? Like right around here. They're going to say, oh my God, we're going, we're going, we're going. And this is also another reason why I wouldn't have taken that last trade. Because once again, there wasn't enough take profit confirmation. Also, we're looking at it, and I'm already saying, yo, it looked like the bias on the the 15 and 5 that we have marked out on the bottom here. It just looks like there's bias negatively for the day. Usually, I look at the first stick of the daily chart and see what that looks like. If it's negative, usually we're going negative. If it's positive, usually we're going positive. But that's not too strong of a confirmation. But off of what I saw with the one confirmation off the TP, with the 2 bearish Johns at the bottom, I'm thinking to myself, yo, this trade ain't worth it. And I said it to you guys. Honestly, it's not that bad of a trade, but I would have been thinking in that moment, damn, I might have missed out. You didn't miss out on anything. You come up here. This is where a lot of people would still be holding. Hopefully, you would have taken partials. Hopefully. So you would have broke even probably right around here, or you would have came out with 50% profit, which is still a decent trade, but once again, I'm not taking that risk. So we come down here. We're looking at the Johns, and you can see right here where we're at. Ba, boom, tapped in. Now, what did I say about the basketballs and the bouncing balls? If you hit the ceiling, bro, if you go do boom, boom, that's where I'm taking a trade. So we hit boom, bam. So we hit boom, bam, bop. If I see a 15-minute break on this, Johns, I'm full sending it. So we get our 5-minute break. Let's scroll in. What the hell is that? 15-minute break. 5-minute break. Order block bounce. And we had negative confirmation from in the beginning. I'm taking that trade. So right where we put that red line is where I'd be starting at. I'd do something like these. Boom, bam. Like these. Like those. And no, the whole green bar is not what I would have been trading. We're going to see what I would have been trading in a second. 15. We go on the 5-minute. Let's see what we look like on the 5-minute, because that's where I take my TPs. Or not 5-minute, the 15-minute. That's where I set my TPs. So we're looking at one right here. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Bro, get the fuck out of my face, bro. Why is this even here, bro? Move you here. Move you here. So first TP there, second TP here, third TP at this absolute Shawnee Sins Mad Dingo love son of a fucking candle deck. So we come here, like I said, we're hitting here, da da da. You see that breaking structure right here. I'm waiting for that 15-minute candle to fully close. Fully close. Wait for the candle. Bro. Fucking wait for the candle to fully close. Fucking, bro. Niggas will see this. Let's go to the 5-minute, bro. This is what niggas will see. They'll come to the Johns right here, bro. They'll come to this Johns and they'll say, "Oh yeah, we ballin'." Bro, do. You entered here, you're getting fucked. But it's not that bad. Anyways, wait for the candle to fully close. Because this could easily just have, I mean. So once I set my 15, take profits and everything, now I'm waiting for the candle to close. We're probably at this candle still. I set my TPs. I'm already set my TPs. Stop loss at the bottom of this red line. This right here is our neutral. This is our bottom red line. This, I always put this at the top of wherever we take that trade at. So we probably would have entered right here. If candle closes, no, we would have entered here. We would have entered right here on the tip of that. Pause. I'm bringing that Johns right here. We can make it wider, right? Fucking right. Highs and lows. So this is exactly what my Johns would have looked like. We taking it do. Once again, I know y'all see that bounce. It's like a thick Latina lady walking down the street. I know you see that bounce. So we go dun. Break structure right here, 15.5. Go on the 5-minute time frame after setting your TPs and your stop loss at the 15. We go ahead and make sure that we know where this line is. Let's go ahead and color it. Boom. That's exactly what my chart would look like. We know exactly where this line is. I'm entering right here. Like I said, right at the tip of this, pause. Making sure everything is set, everything is Gucci. Full body close. I need the full body close. I got to see the whole picture of the Johns. We hit this. Now, as you can see, we go da. Straight push that bitch. No fighting back. This was the only fight we ever got. It would have been a whole Oreo down this Johns. It is a whole Oreo. Black, white, black, white, black, white. The whole way. Now, right here is where I would have got a little scared. But as you can see, the candle fully closed, so it doesn't really matter. And once we have hit this TP right here, what I will typically do is change my risk to reward to 1-to-1. Or I'll just go ahead and move this Johns because I'm a lazy fat chud. So what I'll usually do is I'll just go ahead and bring this Johns. What we touched right here, I'm moving it like this. This is my 1 ratio right here, and I'd have kept going to whatever TP I had here, which is still technically like a 1-to-4. So I'm just holding there. I'm typically moving this stuff just because I got to stay busy mentally. I have to look at the market because I don't use auto confirmations on TPs and stop losses. I close them by myself. So I do get some slippage, but it's not something I'm completely concerned about. It does matter sometimes, though. I ain't gonna lie. I lost a few trades because of that shit. Once again, we're going here. We hit this TP. As you can see, we immediately went hit this TP, stopped it out. I would have probably made a cool, what? This is like a band. This might be 2 bands. What, 1% of my account size at 50K? What was that risk to reward I hit, bro? We gotta ask ChatGPT for a second, bro. What is this risk to reward, bro? This is like this is a 1.4, right? Let me measure this, Jones. This one might be a 1.3. So let's ask ChatGPT real quick what that look like. If my account size is $50,000 and I use 1% on a trade with a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio and it smacks, what did I make on that trade?
When you risk 1% of 50,000, you're risking 500. With a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio, if the trade hits your profit target, you make 3 times what you risked. So 3 times 500 is 1,500 in profit.
Y'all heard Poppy. That's a 1.5K. I was thinking it was 2K. I was pretty damn close. I said 1K and 2K, so I was right. It was right in the fucking middle, and it's teasing me. But anyways, you would have lost a little bit of that money at the end here, so you would have came out with about still like 1.2K, 1.2K. So we'll be looking at the Johns here. You bounce back just a little bit. Yeah, you would have lost about $400, $300. You would have been at 1.2K, 1.1K, which is Gucci, my nigga. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys real quick. So we're going to stop looking at this messy ass screen for a second. That's enough really ranting and shit for today. But like I'm trying to tell y'all, man, day trading is one of those sports that like you can't mentally let yourself get tilted. And you can't be fiending for that shit, bro. At the end of the day, that one trade, that small little trade that looked like you made 2 bands. Don't let these niggas like TJR trades or whoever the fuck you like to watch show you a huge spreadsheet of like 50 gajillion ticks. Something else that as a new trader I got mixed up a lot is when you're on a this is common sense, but we don't think about it. When you're on a 5-minute time frame, one of these ticks is worth 5 of their ticks. So when you see TJR and his Johns looks like D's, hold up, it looks like D's, and you're thinking to yourself, God dang, bro, he made like 50 gajillion dollars. Remember, this is on a 1-minute time frame that he's on, and his Johns looks like D's. This one candle right here, this one candle right here, this one candle right here is worth 5 of his candles. So his might look like this, but in reality it's just this. So when you look at my spreadsheets and you see my shit look like this, you gotta be thinking to yourself, damn bro, that ain't even that big of a move. Multiply this length by 5. Multiply the girth by 5. And that's what I'm packing. You see what I'm talking about? If you fuck what I'm talking about. So, yeah, man. Like I said, that's enough for today, man. Not gonna yap. I'm not gonna swap to the other camera because the quality is I don't know what it is about it, but you know what I mean. Something I do want to talk about is what do I have planned for the rest of the day. Like I said, at the end of the videos, I'm really gonna just talk and rant about what I've got planned. So what do I have planned for the rest of the day? What time is it? I might hit a like 8-mile bike ride and call it a day, bro. Honestly. Power up your plan. See them bars. I'm not going to press this because you'll see all my fucking credit cards. But anyways, something I might do is go ahead and hit the bike ride. Like I said, a cool 8 miles, 6 miles, something like that. Come back, shower, take some magnesium, knock myself out. Honestly, it's been an eventful day, bro. If you guys don't know what you didn't know, my knee has had some swelling for a bit. So they did have to stick a 1/4-inch fucking dildo-sized needle in my kneecap and drain the fluid and suck it all out. Or not all of it, but they said 20 cc's worth of fluid. Bro, that shit hurt, bro. Oh my God. That was genuine pain. Even with the numbing, it hurt. So, knee is fixed. Hopefully we get to go hooping. Third, I have a video for you guys planned. I think, what day is it? The 17th. So it'll probably be like next week or the week after next. Yeah, next week or the week after next. It's a big little vlog that I'm thinking about. So the next video will be a video. And then video after that will hopefully be the vlog. And it won't be anything super duper crazy. For like the quality and stuff like that, because obviously I'm new to this shit. I still gotta get used to my shit, but it will be something like entertaining. Let me say it like that. It'll be entertaining. So one, I gotta go on a bike ride. Matter of fact, I might just chill, bro. Honestly, I don't have any calories to be burning right now. I might go to the store really. One, might go on a bike ride. Two, Take that magnesium, get that Jones over with. 3, I have to call my bank. They might be closed because it's 4:41. Fuck me. But call my bank. I think they're closed or they open until 8. And hopefully I can get approved for this Chase Sapphire card that I'm applying for, because that would be some good credit getting added to my profile. And yeah, man, some pretty chill, calm shit. I did mention before that I did want to do a lot of stuff video-wise, and there was a lot of things I wanted to talk about. We will eventually get to that. It's not that I'm going to just dump it all into one video. I will just probably spread it out as I remember it. And there has been, like I said, a lot that you guys have missed. So we'll talk about that later. These videos specifically will be more unedited, will not be edited at all, for real. At least not a lot. I'm not going to add music. I'm not going to add nothing super catchy. Not going to add a, a title screen or anything like that in specific. It's just going to be straight raw uploads daily about what I'm looking at on the market, how I'm talking about the market, and da-da-da-da. Hopefully, like I said, we will get into some back testing so you can see live footage of me trading compared to me going back in time and doing what I'm doing now. But honestly, I don't have a problem with what I just did. It seems pretty chill, seems pretty calm, and for now, it's still helping me learn what my old strategy was, because I'm not going to be completely up to date with it until I start getting back into it. So, yeah, I got to charge my laptop in a minute. I got to put the camera on charge because I know it's fucking draining balls right now. Well, actually, it's draining off of this. But anyhow, that's it for the video, man. Shit. Like and subscribe, I guess. I don't know. But this YouTube stuff, it's going to be something I have to try to get consistent with and get back in the groove with. I'm not really looking for anything specific with it, but I am wanting to do it as more of a documentation notebook like I've been using it as, and hopefully hit monetization goals, because that would be swelling. But that's not the number one priority on my list, but it is definitely number 2. So monetizing, making good content, that's on my list right now, and staying consistent is also on my list. So I'll check you guys later, man. That's everything for me. I gotta go shower. I gotta go do whatever the fuck. I'll talk to you guys later, man. I love y'all, and I'll see ya. Deuces!